Welcome to Manchester and to the 4th Powerade Manchester Great City Games. Plenty of talent on show today, but over the years some very big names have come to town. Well, there's a big city centre crowd here to see the first event on the track, the men's high hurdles, and Britain's European and Commonwealth champion Andy Turner goes up against the 2008 Olympic silver medalist and the 2009 world champion, Tim Hutchins.
Well, there's the lineup. Andy Turner in lane 3. He's going to have a very, very tough time if he wants to retain his title from last year when he took this race. Look out for David Payne in particular, nearest the camera. He's the US number 4, but he's in very fine form indeed. Bula will be struggling here, the German on the far side. Brathwaite, of course, the world champion in 2009, going well in the orange. Turner trying to get back on terms with Payne, who started so strongly that Payne's hitting barriers, and Brathwaite in the orange is moving away now. He's run the smoothest race of all of them, hits that last hurdle, but gets away with it. That's Brathwaite. And Andy Turner, well, you can see the frustrations there of an untidy race from him. Lost balance a couple of times. Brathwaite certainly ran very strongly through to the final flight, Stuart. Payne, well, his race was all over the place.
Yeah, Andy Turner really stumbled 2/3 of the way through. Around about here, you can see him. There he is. He almost lost his balance totally and was struggling for form, whereas the other two, Brathwaite and David Payne, went away to take the first 2 slots with Bula in 3rd. And in a way, Andy Turner gave up the race in the end. It was a good start by him, but really he's had problems with his technique in the past, and that was too high, all over the place there, and that's the reason why his times will be so slow.
It was pretty good, you know, a good competition, competitive. Wanted to run faster, but just feel a bit of cramp in the race, so just try to maintain the technique.
Your event obviously is one of the best this year, an Olympic year, with the likes of Robles, Jason Richardson, who saw what Lu Jiang did yesterday, going sub-13. So where do you need to be now going forward, do you think?
I should need to be in sub-13 too, but it's gradually coming. Had some good couple races, and I'm just going to be stay the underdog and then come back to the top.
You've been a world champion before, so hopefully you can do it again here in London.
Yes.
All the best.
Thank you.
Well, he won last year, but Andy Turner unable to retain that winning form. Ryan Brathwaite winning 13.60 from David Payne's 13.67 of Bula in 3rd.
Well, the next race, the women's 100 metres, Candice McGrone of the United States drawn in 1, Joyce Madwaka, Great Britain in 2, Verena Saylor, Germany in 3, and Lashante Moore of the United States in lane 4, nearest the camera. Very, very impressive form outdoors already with 11.11 this season. As they get away, well, Verena Saylor got away the better of the two, actually on the near side, and she's leading at this stage as they go towards halfway and beyond. And here comes Lashante Moore. Lashante Moore's going to take this. Saylor in 2nd place, McGrone in 3rd, Madwaka in 4th, 11.41 the time. As she didn't get away particularly well, I have to say that, but in the final stages, well, she caught up the German very, very well.
Well, all credit to Verena Saylor. She really made more work for that. Look on the near side. She hits top speed around 70 metres, does more, holds her form well all the way through to the line. Saylor beginning to flail a little bit there in the last few strides. But Madwaka, well, she was well beaten on this occasion.
Well, let's hear what Lashante Moore, the winner of that race, has to say.
The experience is really, really nice. The energy here is amazing. A little chilly, but I just tried to come out and warm up good and get going.
Well, there it is, Lashante Moore, 11.41, Verena Saylor, 11.54, McGrone, 11.57, and Madwaka, 11.68 in 4th place.
Next event, the men's 100 metres. Jimmy Vico, one of the very exciting new European sprint talents, goes in 1. Christian Malcolm, of course, the British veteran, in 2. Mark Lewis Francis, European medalist, in 3. And then Paul Hessian of Ireland in 4, nearest the camera. Watch Lewis Francis, though. Not a bad start there from Lewis Francis. Christian Malcolm away well too. Lewis Francis leading at the moment, beginning to ease away from the rest of them. Jimmy Vico, much respected Frenchman on the far side, going well too. Christian Malcolm coming through in the latter stages, as you would expect from a 200-metre specialist, and that into a slight headwind. Good running from all those three. It was very tight at the line. Malcolm might have snatched it. He's not sure. I don't think he bothered to look to his right. It was that close. But certainly Lewis Francis, who won last year, was very, very tight when they came to the line. I'm not sure. I don't want to put any money on it, that's for sure.
Well, let's have a look at it here. Oh, very, very even in the early stages. Even Hessian up there in the early stages. Lewis Francis going well here. Certainly Vico looked as though he was leading at this stage. And then Christian Malcolm just comes through, I think, to edge it. Let's have a look at this. I think he does. Just gets it. Look at that from Vico and Lewis Francis. It was close, though. Have another look at this. Lewis Francis, very powerful man. Two distinctly different characters in terms of their stature, in terms of their style. With Christian Malcolm far more flowy over the 100 metres. A 200-metre specialist, remember, so close to becoming European champion in 2010. He's been around in major finals year on year and still there, Christian Malcolm. He's 32 now, but still running with very good form. Lewis Francis tied up a little bit in the final stages here. Let's hear what they've got to say, because that was a very, very good race and a close one too.
You nicked it, a fantastic race to keep this crowd enthralled.
No, it was good fun. You know, that's 1-0 between me and Mac. We raced in America, and he got me, so I got him today. But no, it was a good run. I was pleased with my race, and this is the start of the season now.
Yeah, what about you, Mark? After have you wintered first of all, and have you found it coming back to these chilly conditions?
Things are going really well. You know, I can't really complain. I'm in good shape. You know, today, you know, Jimmy's one of the fastest guys in Europe at the moment. You know, so for Christian to get the win today, amazing. But I'm coming, man.
You keep coming. You keep coming.
Well, it's great entertainment for you. What do you think of this event? You've been in a few now, and the crowd seems bigger than ever.
This is fantastic. You know, to have this in the city centre, the crowd, the support we're getting here today is absolutely amazing. For me, it's a great start to the season. You know, it's a good atmosphere. It's fun, but at the same time, it's competitive. You know, we've got Jimmy here from Europe, one of the fastest sprinters in Europe, Lewis Francis. So it's good. It's great competition.
Well, Jimmy Vico was the top European sprinter last winter, so that's a great scalp for Christian Malcolm. Lewis Francis is a very close third. Hessian down in fourth.
Well, the next event on the track is the men's 200 metres. There's the lineup. Luke Leonard Ford of Great Britain, Seiden Dury of Norway now, David Neville of the United States, and James Ellington of Great Britain drawn in lane 4. 200-metre men and 400-metre men coming together over this straight 200, and a race not run too often until this wonderful innovation came to be here in Manchester, and of course in the Great North City Games as well. And look at this now, Seiden Dury going well, and so he is indeed. Seiden Dury could take this from Ellington on the near side. Seiden Dury gets it, and what a run by James Ellington of Great Britain in second place. And the wind speed just 0.2 metres per second behind, and that was a very good run. Seiden Dury, of course, fourth place in the World Championships in Daegu over 200, so there's a lot of talent in this race.
Well, Endura is the class active, frankly. The 28-year-old Norwegian, very, very slightly built compared with so many of the sprinters. The flailing style he's got too, a little bit untied, but he holds his form well. It's very, very difficult, Stuart, to gauge your effort over a straight 200 metres. When you're on a track, when you've got the curve ending at 100 metres, you know exactly how to spread your energy. But he gets it right here in Endura, just beginning to look a little tired at the end there, and nearly caught by Ellington. You're right, marvellous run by the Briton there nearest the camera.
Yeah, Ellington was Britain's number 5 over 100 metres in 2010, but that was a very, very good run indeed, and they really went with the script. Well, there it is, and Dury of Norway, 20.64. Ellington, Great Britain, very good run at 20.67. David Neville, the United States, 20.71. Luke Leonard Ford, 20.99.
Perhaps the classiest race of the day then, the women's 200 metres. The Britain, the UK indoor champion, Adoya in 1. Russell Over, the European indoor champion in 2 at 400 metres. Richards-Ross, the world champion outdoors and indoors over 400 in 3. Nicola Sanders in 4 for Great Britain, nearest the camera. Away without any troubles in this 200 metres. Now Richards-Ross in the All Black, they're not taking any chances. She is a world-class sprinter over 200 metres and she's got away very well. Sanders trying to chase hard to the left of picture, but Richards-Ross is away as they get to halfway. There it is, 11.63 at 100 metres, and the gap is beginning to build and build as that 400 metre runner's strength comes into play here from Richards-Ross. This is a real exhibition run for the American. That's a massive winning margin, about 6 or 7 metres at the line, 22.71 into a very slight headwind, and she hardly looks like she's drawn breath. Very, very comfortable win indeed there from Richards-Ross.
Yeah, she's a talented 200-metre runner on the bend as well as being a champion. She's the new world indoor champion as well over 400 metres. She is a real talent, that's for sure, and that's a very, very good time indeed. To go well under 23 seconds is a fine performance. And Adeoye came through into third place, just beaten by Russell in the second lane. So lanes 1 and 2 contesting second and third, but the margin of advantage was considerable, wasn't it? That's a big, big win. Big win. Close for second and third. Richards-Ross then, so talented, here in Manchester for the first time and enjoying the moment.
Looked like good viewing to me. What about you?
Yeah, I looked good up there. Did what my coach wanted me to do. Get out hard, relax through the middle phase, really hammer it home. And I did that, so I'm happy with the win today.
And we were talking on Friday about the kind of things you look for in your peripheral vision as markers down the track. And did that work for you today?
Not really. I was hoping to be able to see the little tents. I didn't see them at all. But I was able to see some of the marks on the track, and I kind of went off how I felt and moved when I felt good.
Do you feel you got a nice, warm Manchester welcome, not necessarily from the weather, but from the people?
Absolutely, this is amazing. I mean, I wish we had more races like this where the fans could be this close and this into it. It's phenomenal. I really love it here, and I hope to come back.
Maybe bring it to the States one day, who knows?
I hope so.
Well, let's confirm all of that. Fine run by Sanya Richards-Ross, 22.71 ahead of Russell, Adeoye and Saunders, the two Britons in third and fourth. Well, we've got 3 races to come, including the men's 150 metres.